Well, it's finally come. The final day of my first expedition of summer 2022. I just spent a little over a month, about a month and a week, traveling around the fabulous western United States. You can maybe see the beautiful Eastern Sierra, snow-capped Eastern Sierra peeking out from the pine trees over there. I camped over here last night on my way back to Death Valley. That's right, I have to descend back into the deepest depths of Death Valley in July because I have to go home to resupply, check my mail, get my oil changed, run a few errands. You know, I can't be gone all summer. I gotta at least dip back home, if only for a few days. I'm hoping this will only take me about 5 days, and then I can set off again. I've got plans to go travel to other parts of the fabulous United States while it's still triple digits in Death Valley. And it is triple digits. My sister has been staying at the compound, and well, she's been filling me in. It's been hot. I think it's going to be, oh gosh, it'll probably be above 110 when I get home, which is why, A, I only want to spend 5 days there, and B, well, I just spent a couple hours cleaning out my car here in the middle of this forest because it's much more comfortable weather-wise. You know, if I go home and try to do this in my driveway, which we don't even really have a driveway, we just have a gravel lot in front of the compound. Who wants to clean their car in 110 degree weather? Not me. So, well, I just cruised in here last night. I came from the San Francisco Bay Area. I went to visit my mom up in the beautiful redwood forest. And before that, I was up in the even more beautiful coastal redwood forest. I spent I think 10 days on the coast, sucking up all the moisture I could, and my skin plumped up and my whole body felt nourished and alive. And now I have to head back into the desert and dry up again like a lizard. But anyway, after visiting my mom, I went and visited my grandma, and then from my grandma's house, she lives in kind of like the Sacramento area. Well, I guess the fastest way to go home would have been to go down I-5. But I don't want to just drive down I-5. Anyone who's ever driven down I-5 knows that it's the pits. So I looked on Google, and even though that's the fastest route, it was actually fewer miles to come this way. So what I did is I drove from the Sacramento area on I-80 to Lake Tahoe, to US 50, and I came down around under Lake Tahoe to the beautiful US 395, that beautiful highway that runs along the base of the Sierra Nevada mountains on the east side. And that's what I'm going to do today. I finished cleaning out my car. I did a pretty good job. I still have to go to a car wash to do the outside, but I'm trying to do everything that I can outside of Death Valley because it's so freaking hot. Even in Pahrump, it's freaking hot. In Vegas, it's freaking hot. I don't want to do any of my stuff down there if I can help it. So I'm going to drive down the 395 along the base of the Sierra Mountains. It's a gorgeous drive. Anyone who's ever done that drive, it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to try to take care of all my business along the way. Now, the downside to taking 395 instead of I-5 is there aren't that many towns, let alone big towns along the way. So it could be a challenge finding a laundromat or a self car wash. But I think I'll figure it out because going down I-5, not only is it boring and hot and there's a lot of traffic, well, it's too hot to camp. There's nowhere to camp. So I would have had to stay in a depressing, janky motel in Buttonwillow like I normally do right outside Bakersfield. And I just thought, this way I can stop and just camp overnight. And then I can take my time in the morning cleaning out my car, which I actually did naked. I was multitasking, working on my tan and cleaning out my car. And I wouldn't have been able to do that in Buttonwillow. So, anyways, this is the last night of this first leg of the trip. I'm kind of bummed because it was an amazing expedition. Oh my God. I went up into northern Nevada. I spent a ton of time poking around northeastern Nevada, like really deep into the weeds. And then I went up into southeastern and southern Oregon and saw some amazingly beautiful stuff. And then I spent a couple weeks just poking around far northern California, like northeastern California, part of the state I'd never really explored before. It was amazing. I enjoyed all of it. I'm not looking forward to going home. But I'm going to do whatever I can to make that pit stop in Death Valley as quick and painless as possible. And I'm going to try to get a lot of that stuff done right now on the way down the beautiful US 395. So let me just take my solar panel down and I'll be back on the road. Okay, pit stop. Before I do my laundry and wash my car, I can never pass by Bridgeport, California without stopping off for some delicious asada fries from the barn. Oh yeah, got a raspberry shake and asada fries. I got them to go because I'm not quite hungry enough for them yet, but look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? I mean, you can see why I can never pass by this place. In fact, I can never pass within 50 miles of Bridgeport without stopping here to get these asada fries. If you've been watching my videos on this trip, I've been trying to have asada fries for my cheat meal every town I go into. And I tried some asada fries in Klamath Falls, and I tried some asada fries in Eureka. No, they just weren't that good. I'm really looking forward to these because they're a sure bet. But I'm gonna make myself wait because I gotta go do these important errands first. Okay, next stop is the Whoa Nelly Deli, the place where I try to get these hats. I did stop off here on my way up at the beginning of this trip. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of following my exact itinerary that I did on the way up here, but in reverse. Anyway, I stopped here on the way up to try to buy a hat, and they didn't have the right color. So I thought, since I'm driving by again anyways, might as well stop in and check. Ugh, that was even worse than on the way up. They only had one foam hat and it wasn't the color I wanted. Oh well, at least I can fill up my water jugs while I'm here. At least they give you free potable water at this gas station. Awesome. Well, I got 5 gallons of drinking water ready to go for the second leg of my trip. And yeah, I know I could have just got water in Tacoma at the little water well there, but the less time I have to spend in that 110 degree weather, the better. Okay, on to step 3. Going to do my laundry in the beautiful town of Bishop, California. And I'm gonna eat those asada fries while I'm waiting for my laundry because, oh my God, they're making the car smell so good I can hardly stand it. Okay, I got 28 minutes before my clothes are done. That should be plenty of time to eat these asada fries. Blah. Oh my God, I can't even finish these fries. But I guess that's okay. I'll just eat them later. I gotta go wash my car anyway. Got my car washed, got my laundry did. Now it's time to stop postponing the inevitable and return to Death Valley. I still have 220 miles to go. Google says that's gonna take almost 4 hours. Believe it or not, I'm already in the same county that I live in, Bishop, where I just washed my car and did my laundry. Well, that's in Inyo County, same county that I live in, only it happens to be a ginormous county, and I live in the farthest southeastern corner of it. If you look at Inyo County on a map, it's crazy. It's the second biggest county in California after San Bernardino. It's over 10,000 square miles. It's ginormous and it's gorgeous. I mean, Inyo County not only has the highest point in the lower 48, Mount Whitney, which is up ahead here in Lone Pine. Well, it's also got the lowest point in the lower 48, which is Badwater Basin in Death Valley. It's got pine forests, it's got snow-covered mountains, it's got sandy deserts. It's got everything. And I have to drive across the whole dang thing. Better get gas before I go into Death Valley though, because if you've ever gotten gas in Death Valley, you know it's ugly. $5.98. Even worse, it's already 91 degrees. And I'm not even on the outskirts of Death Valley yet. Okay, I made it home. God, I forgot how quiet it is out here. I guess especially in the summertime, because, well, most people with any sense leave in the summertime, including my sister. I forgot she actually went to LA for a few days. So let me see. She said she turned on, we got those ductless mini splits. And, well, she said she has the house programmed to stay, I think, around 80 degrees. So let's find out. Curious to see how these remote mini splits are working out. Oh, it feels great in here, though. Let's see. Survey says 74 degrees indoors, 91 outside at 9:07 p.m. Well, at least it's not as bad as Stovepipe Wells. Oh my god, it was like 109 when I drove through there. So at the end of the day, anytime I question my sanity in moving here to Death Valley, well, at least I can tell myself I don't live in Stovepipe Wells. Anyway, I gotta unload my car. I got a million things to do. I gotta get up super early in the morning to go get my oil change in Vegas. So I better wrap this up. Stay tuned to find out what happens next, because I have to stay here for about 5 days, and it's going to be interesting.